Hey, my audience taught me something this week, and I wanted to thank you for helping me because it really did change my content. And I want to make sure that you're understanding that there is an audience behind the camera every single time you hit the record button. And so I want to share this insight because I think it could be a game changer for your channel because it was for mine. So, something happened this week that really reminded me why I have this whole YouTube journey to begin with. And it's really a single comment. Not flashy, not viral, and just honest and real comment from one of my viewers. It changed how I saw the topic I was covering, and it made me rethink how I build content and really about the end user that is so critically important to a YouTube channel. So follow along. I have a great story to share with you. So, for those of you who don't know, I run a second channel called the Economic Report Card. I did that in part because I really think right now politics, economics seem to be in some way, shape, or form either on the front burner or back burner of everybody's thinking. And, the idea behind this is really about kind of connecting the general public to the things that really affect everyday life for people like us right on Main Street. Now, I'll remind you this is a new channel, something I started like in the last month, but I'm getting quite a bit of interest in this comments. And what this is allowing me to do is better help you on your YouTube journey along. And it's helping me better help you in your YouTube journey because I'm actually able to share actionable information that will impact how you're working on your channel. So, as fate would have it, there's a small businessman in New England by the name of Mike. He shared a story about how tariffs are impacting his newspaper business. He runs small town newspapers, and most of the newspapers, believe it or not, are printed in Canada on Canadian paper, and then those papers are brought over here to the United States. With the influx of new tariffs, well, it hit his business and cost a 30% increase in business. Now, of course, if you're in the newspaper business, any kind of an increase, 3%, 5% is a lot, but a 30% increase really kind of is a warning bell because how is he going to stay solvent? How is he going to deliver this newspaper to the small towns? And how is he going to put food on the table, clothing on the back of his children, a roof over their head, and pay things like car payments or college tuition? I think you're getting the picture here. It's a very, very human story. And part of the reason why we people like us are on YouTube, connecting, sharing, discussing, building communities, whatever that interest may be. Another thing to consider is the loss of small town newspapers really kind of maybe I'd say should spark something to you because who's going to cover the football game? Who's going to cover the Dear Abby column? Who's going to share the real personal interest stories that make a community special? And if I can share those things with you, maybe, just maybe, you're seeing opportunity that's happening right before our eyes with YouTube channels that really, really connect to the human element. And maybe the new community isn't just Bedford Falls like George Bailey had in It's a Wonderful Life, but maybe you've created your own community online and you're sharing a story that really resonates with people on Main Street. That's key and that's a superpower. So, what are the lessons for like YouTube creators like us? Uh, it has a lot to say, particularly for creators that are 40 years and over who are educators or small business people building something special and building something new. Let me share a couple of insights. First, your audience knows more than you do about some things, and Let them teach you. And if you're listening, it's not about what you know sometimes, it's about your ability to hear and navigate to the human condition that's out there, the human story and the human side of things. And number two, I think another thing that I've got out of this comment was maybe a blessing of allowing me to build better content around the human beings on the other side of this camera. That's huge. And if you actually listen, that story's out there, folks. And once again, if you're building a YouTube channel in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, remember there's a human story out there on the other side of this camera when you're recording. And number three, like neutral doesn't need bland content. It means that you care deeply about what's out there. You care deeply about other people that you're connecting to. And it really means you can stay balanced in your delivery and not run people over with your opinion about one thing or another. You're delivering meaningful content, and your content and your voice really does matter. You and the authentic you, that counts most. So let me be an encouragement with you today. And maybe this personal story can resonate with you because if you are starting a YouTube channel in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, remember, you really don't need to go viral. You just need to connect with an audience. And one comment can really shape the way you think, the way you act, and hopefully, if you're listening. So let me be an encouragement to you. If you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s and building a YouTube channel and you're new to YouTube, don't get overwhelmed. Just know that you're building something special, and people now more than ever need to connect. They need to connect with somebody who cares, shows concern, and curiosity. If you remember those three things, there's a lot there to unravel. And so, whatever content you pick, whatever niche you have, just understand there are people on the other side of that camera that want to connect with you. Hi, my name's Brian. I hope you like and subscribe because I appreciate you being part of this channel. I appreciate the comments you leave below. And maybe most of all, I'm glad you're part of the community and I'm here to help you as well. I hope you have a great day. And remember, folks, you're here for a purpose and make sure you're celebrating the victories along the way. Have a great day.